Is there such a thing as a good witch or a bad witch? So in this video, we're going to give you some facts about witches, and I hope by the end of this video, you'll have a better knowledge of what witches are, what they practice, and what does God think about witches, and is it good or bad?
Right.
Let's start with just the basics.
Okay.
Okay?
What's the basic?
Kim,
Yes.
What is a witch? Just basic, what is a witch?
A witch is somebody that practices magic
Okay.
to help or harm
Okay.
people. That's what they believe.
So they believe that they could cast spells and they could do magic over people that could either be harmful to them,
Yeah.
or if you're a good witch, you would do it the reverse way and do it for good.
Yes, and there's actually some more very interesting things that they do that we'll talk about in a minute.
I am so excited, Kim.
You should be.
You have my mouth watering. This is a very interesting point, and to me it got very confused. So what religion do witches practice? You know, and the reason why this is so confusing is, you know, like with Christianity, we have God and we have the Bible, and we have one set of moral rules, and we have Jesus to go off of. With witches, it's almost like each one of them has a different set of beliefs that could differ from one witch to another.
That's what it sounds like.
To me, it sounds, when I'm reading it sounds like it. So there's really not one set of religion that they would practice. But most witches practice Wicca, which is a form of paganism. Paganism has the belief that they really worship nature.
Yeah.
You know, kind of like if you remember in the movie Avatar, I mean, everything had a spirit, everything was living, and it had this spirit, which
Right.
Avatar is really, you know, kind of a satanic movie if you really strip it down to the core.
Right.
They're very polytheistic, which means they believe in many gods. Kim, I know that's probably not all, because it looks like you have something else to say about
Well, I was going to
Wiccans.
say about
I
that.
can tell that look on your
I
face, like
know.
she really wants to tell you something.
The whole worship nature thing.
Mm-hmm.
And the spirits. They believe that the animals, they can communicate with the animals.
Dr. Doolittle.
You know?
Yeah.
And the animals have spirits, and they believe that they can control these animals.
Okay.
It's a big deal. The nature is, I think it all just kind of comes down to that, is that they worship nature.
Okay.
And that's,
sun, God, moon, everything, the animals.
It all goes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let me give you some quick facts. They're kind of interesting facts about what they believe.
Yeah.
And I'm going to have to read it because I don't practice Wiccan, so
all.
I don't know this stuff, okay? I'm not a practicing Wiccan, my love.
And
Okay.
this is what I was talking about. If they have other things they believe they can do, this is pretty astounding.
It is. They believe that they can teleport themselves and teammates over long distances.
Ooh, I could go to Paris right now.
That might be kind of good, you know? It's like, oh, let's go to Maui for the weekend, right? Okay. Fly, create objects out of thin air, levitate objects, project force, energy, ice, heat, fire, and create force field and other solid energy objects. And they also believe that they can heal other people as well as themselves.
Go to the hospital.
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean, seriously, totally right. If you believe, you know, I mean, if you're a good...
Drop the mic.
I don't know what else to say. Do good. Go to the hospital. Heal. There should be no more sick in the hospitals.
Right.
But they can't. They believe they can, but they can't.
Sorry,
I believe that I'm Superman, but I'm really not. I can't stop a speeding bullet, even though I believe I could stop a speeding bullet.
I'd like to see that.
No, you wouldn't, because I wouldn't be around here very long.
It's true. So my question for you is, do they believe in a heaven? Do they believe they die and go to heaven?
No. In one word, no. No, they believe in an afterlife which is called Summerland. And you know, it's so funny because other religions they twist words, and they sometimes, that's what I loved about the Bible. The Bible is so clear, concise, it's not confusing.
Right.
But these other religions, I almost need a lawyer to read what's going to happen in Summerland, right?
Really,
to the best of my knowledge, what I believe they say is that Summerland is the highest pinnacle of spiritual existence that you can achieve.
Right.
So
it's their paradise.
Yeah,
right?
No, they don't go to heaven.
Yeah. No.
I would think. What?
Well, you're kind of saying, that you need a lawyer to find all this stuff out, but yet anything goes.
Right.
So there's not any rules or anything. So you don't have to obtain anything. You don't have to do. You just do you.
Yeah, you do you. You be you, Kim.
So anything goes, I guess. Okay. I don't mean to be disrespectful about this. Because some people but it's wrong.
It is wrong.
It's wrong.
Well, I guess
for Christians.
For Christians, it's, are there good witches and bad witches? And this is where I think that our young people are getting confused, because, or where the, society is kind of going after our young people, thinking, well, there's good witches too. The answer is no. They would believe that, yes, there are good witches that do things to do good for people, and there are bad witches which harm people, but they still have the same practice of magic, and they still have the same set of rules where they worship many gods or goddesses, and they believe highly in nature, which is actually called pantheism. So, no. Sorry, guys. There is no good or bad witch. Witches are witches. Right? Do you have anything to add to that?
Well, I'm just thinking, what you really have to address, too, is that if they can do any of this and have that ability to do it, which they could, it would be from Satan.
Oh, yeah.
Satan would give them that ability to do whatever.
Right.
And then they would be like, see?
But they couldn't have power over a Christian.
No.
Sure, they might be able to do some interesting stuff, because you're right, Satan is very powerful.
Yeah.
And demons are very powerful. And you see in the Bible where they're extremely strong.
Right.
They're scary individuals that can do unusual and demonic things.
Yeah.
But they can never have power over a Christian, because we belong to Christ.
But a very impressionable child would look at that and go, oh my gosh, that's so cool.
That's so cool. I can practice magic.
Yeah. No.
You don't want that.
We don't want that for our kids.
No. I believe our souls at the core are searching for something higher than themselves, whether it be God,
money.
Well, not even money, but I guess I'm kind of talking spiritualism.
Right.
Money, I think, is something else you obtain, but they want something to just complete them or give them a sense of direction or power, and that is the Holy Spirit, and that's God calling you. But our young people will get, they'll go after something that sounds more appealing. Like, I have on my notes that, young people are looking for power, which, it sounds really cool to have this power over people and move and levitate objects and fly. That sounds really cool.
Right.
And Wicca is a belief that promises supernatural power over the environment. So I could see how our young people are drawn to witches, because, supernatural power, young person, what do you want to be when you grow up? I want to be Superman.
Right.
They want these superpowers.
Right.
And, as Christians, our superpower is God. We don't have the superpower.
Right.
But, a young person, like, how cool would it be to have a superpower?
So we kind of touched it a little bit about whether or not they worship Satan with their ability to do these things.
Right.
And so the question is, are they satanic?
Do they? Yeah. Are they Satanists?
Right.
Yes.
And they would say no.
Right.
God would say yes.
Well, they don't believe in the devil.
No, they do
Just
not
they
believe
don't
in the
believe in the
devil.
devil, and they
Yeah.
wouldn't believe in. I mean, they might believe in God, our Christian God, but he's one of many gods. He's not the God.
Right.
So really, when you come down to it, no, on paper they're not Satanists, but I would say, anytime you worship and put something before God and look to the dark arts and magic and superpowers, you're messing with Satan. And you may not call yourself a Satanist, but you're tapping into Satan's powers. And I think that's kind of a false sense to them because they're like, oh, no, I don't worship Satan.
I only do good.
Right, but I practice everything that Satan believes in.
Right.
So it's like, well, let's just be honest. You really are worshiping Satan.
Yeah.
Whether you believe it or not.
Okay, Jim, I'm a Christian.
Are you really? I had no idea. Hi, welcome to the family.
Praise Jesus.
Welcome to the family, Kim.
I'm also a Wiccan.
Yeah, right.
Is that possible?
No. Now, I know there are some witches that believe they can be a Christian. But I think if you've watched this video, it is very clear that Christian beliefs and witches' beliefs are at the opposite end of the scale. We have one God, they have many gods. They worship nature, we worship the one that created nature. They believe that they can do anything they want. There really isn't right or wrong. We do have a set of moral codes from God and Jesus. So the two are very, very opposite. So if someone is telling you that you can be a Christian and be a witch or a Wiccan, it's a lie. It's a flat out lie. Let's take a look now on what God says in the Bible about witches.
The buck stops here.
The buck stops at Jesus or God, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you found a really good verse.
I do.
So why don't you read that verse for our lovely fans out there and enlighten them?
All right, you guys, this is Deuteronomy 18, 10 through 12. Let no one be found among you who sacrifices their son or daughter in the fire, who practices divination or sorcery, interprets omens, engages in witchcraft, or casts spells, or who is a medium or a spiritist, or who consults the dead. Anyone who does these things is detestable to the Lord. Because of these same detestable practices, the Lord your God will drive out those nations before you.
Right. I was just thinking too, Saul, remember, he went to a witch
to Beelzebub.
A spiritualist. And what did he ask? Didn't he ask about whether he would win the war or something?
Yeah, something like that.
And it really, Saul was a king, so God chose him as king, and he got in a lot of trouble for doing that. God was not happy, and God stripped the kingdom away from Saul and gave it to David.
Yeah. Big no-no.
Big no-no.
That would be a good video too, do like tarot cards and stuff like that. That's a big no-no.
Big no-no.
Or like one of the little crystal ball women.
Are we talking to them or are you talking to me?
I'm talking to everybody.
Okay, we're talking to everybody. Hi, everybody.
One of those little crystal ball people, you don't want to do that.
No.
The future people. Or they read your palm,
All of it is just...
It's not good.
It's just,
people think it's innocent.
Contacting dead, predicting the future. I mean, all of that is just... We as Christians don't do that.
Sorcery.
Yeah, we don't do that. We don't contact the dead. It's just, the thing about that is that, it'd be really cool. For you, her dad just passed. So, I could see how a person says, well, I want to contact my dad.
Right.
You can see how it's like, well, let me just try this and how it'd be. You're such a loss for that loved one that you do anything to it, but you're getting into some dark stuff by doing that. And sorcery, tarot, everything. Yeah.
Just a little off topic.
Well, okay, Kim likes to go off topic. Usually I'm the one that goes off topic, but Kim today is going off topic.
You're welcome.
Thank you. All right then. So Kim is our wonderful closer. So what is the deal with that? I mean, I don't even know. So what? So give us some encouraging words to close this video and encourage these fine people out there.
My encouragement to you today is that if you're practicing any of these little things and you just think they're innocent, don't.
Well, that's encouraging. Just don't. Just don't.
If you want a better life, eternal life, then you need to go to God.
Yeah.
It's just that simple. Just go to God. Anyways, we hope this really helped you guys.
So Kim's encouraging.
You can't be any more encouraging than that.
God.
Go to God.
No, I think, yes. I mean, to kind of.
I'm worried about the kids.
Expound on that. Yes.
Yes. We're worried about the children and all these witches that are coming up because they go on their TikTok.
Right.
And the witches are all over the TikTok.
Well, Reddit. I mean.
Yeah. And they're pretty. I mean, the girl that's in Wicked, I can't remember her name, but she's all pretty. Yeah. She's all pretty in her little, they look pretty. So they look fun and exciting.
I was just thinking, we did know a witch. Remember?
We did.
We did. And she
We've
was
known
very,
a couple, actually.
Yeah, and she was very nice.
Very nice.
And we at one time asked her, what do you think of Jesus?
We did.
And she said, he is weak.
Yeah.
She thought that Jesus was a weak, just almost, the way she said it was like almost detestable.
Yeah. It was.
Like a pathetic nothing.
Right.
And it's hard not to take it personal, because like, you're talking about my best friend here.
Right.
But, we went at it because we were just curious and we didn't know anything about this.
Yeah.
And she just said, yeah, he's really a wuss.
And she was really
she was very nice.
Welcome to the questions.
She was.
And she was a super nice person. I enjoyed her. She's
you
funny.
Went to the post office every day, and she
Yeah.
was really fun to get along. She was a great person.
Never stressed out, you know how the post office may be. She was really.
I get stressed out the post office.
I know. So you can see how these children would just really elevate to that and be like, this is great.
Yeah.
How can you be a bad person? So just really be informed, know what's going on around your kids, and let's not let them fall into that wicked.
I agree.
So thank you for watching today, and we will see you.
Thank you.
We will see you.
Let's do it here. Thank you.
We'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.
Bye.